right. Well, hello, Tita.
Hello.
We are back. Last time we were doing this on YouTube. On YouTube was May, but I forgot the date. Here's Tita, Maria del Pilar. Um, we're excited because it's December 30th. So in a couple of days, we'll have 2025. And we thought of bringing another little recipe that we do very easy. And remember, it all came about from stories and wanting to share experiences and the culture, the folklore, the foods. Well, it's from the Blue Morphos, Untold Stories from the Andes. You can get the book at Amazon. And we are going to be able to, I'm actually going to read a little passage before we move on to what we're doing today. Yep. Not sure what this meant by mom, but here we go. It was lunchtime, and Marcos had walked into the center of town. The streets were steep, and some roads had original cobblestone from 300 years ago. This was a colonial Spanish town with its old architecture and a rapidly growing population. More and more people were moving in, and new construction was taking place. Marcos tilted his head back and closed his eyes for a moment. The sun hitting his face felt good, and the warm day reminded him of his excursions to the market with his parents as a young boy. The market had so many lunch choices. You could find roasted vegetables, sauteed chicken, sancocho de pescado. That's another type of sauteed for the fish. And these were just to name a few. Baskets made by the locals out of fique, which is a fiber from the leaves of a local plant, decorated the stands. They were filled to the brim with flowers, herbs, eggs, produce, and sweet candies. Scents, sounds, and colors attracted buyers and vendors, and would that they would shop from morning until sunset, pretty much when they took away the storefronts and then the little kiosks that they used. So this, the Blue Morphos, Untold Stories from the Andes, you can get it in Amazon. It has 5 stories that bring you. Actually, you don't even have to go to the airport, and you can read and travel to the Andes, to the Colombian Andes, with these 5 stories with a little bit of, a little bit of not fantasy. I'm going to call it unseen herds and sounds, right? Right, Tita?
Yes.
Anyway, so what we have here, a tasting spoon wood, a mixing spoon wood. This we're going to measure salt with. Some water. We have cilantro, cut up cilantro, which is half a cup. We have cut up onion, half a cup. And we have half a cup of tomato. You can use any tomatoes. We usually just use white onions, yellow white onions, and cilantro. We have the apple cider, which we love to mix. You're going to need delicious Tabasco. Hello, Tabasco. Amazing Tabasco. And just regular salt. And we have a bowl to mix everything in. So what we're going to be making is called ají. So when we came to the United States, to New York in 1974, we heard something that the people were calling it pico de gallo, which is the beak of a rooster, a rooster's beak. Pico de gallo, I suppose, because they pick and eat, and they love to eat not just little worms or ants or insects, but they also eat plants and stuff. But in Colombia, we call it ají, and it's a very healthy type of dressing. And this dressing, it's like a sauce. Yeah, you could call it a sauce with a dressing. You dress the food. You put it on top of chicken and meats and fish and rice and potatoes, anything, yuca, anything and everything. And it's healthy. It's not adding calories.
This is not for sweet food.
Right. That's the only thing you don't put it for sweet food. All right. Now, cilantro. Goodness sakes. And cilantro, many years back, and I do say many years back, must have been over 12 years ago, I was reading about cilantro and how this Japanese doctor figured out that cilantro was removing heavy metals, aluminum from your body. It removed aluminum, I think, mercury, and it's just very healthy. Cilantro, if you can eat it. Some people don't like the taste of it, but if you cut it up and eat it, and we cut the little stalks too. No need to throw out the stalks and only eat the leaves. You cut everything really fine, and you have cilantro that helps you with your heart, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial. It's amazing what cilantro does. Then you have tomatoes. Tomatoes are incredibly healthy for you as well, and for the heart as well as anti-inflammation. And tomatoes you're going to use for this, and onion as well. Oh, and then all these versus you have vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin A, that can help your whole body, and obviously you have vinegar. So what we're going to do is carefully, I'm going to mix. Tita, help me out. We're going to mix first the cilantro. There you go. Mix the cilantro. This ají is very healthy. Like I said, you put it on fish, meats, chicken, turkey, pastas. It's a little appetizer. You put it in, and it's healthy. And you're not using sauces that have, butter or other chemicals inside of them or something. When we mix it, always try to use a wooden spoon, and I'll tell you why. And try to put it in a container made of glass or a container made of ceramic. Yeah. Why? Because we're going to add vinegar. You don't want to put foods in plastic and then use vinegar.
This kind of food.
And even if you don't put, okay, there you go.
Okay.
All right. So we have the mixture. It's so much fun because it's got those three colors, like the Italian flag: white, green, red. Mexican flag too. All right. So you start mixing. I'm going to let my mom start mixing this. Now, what we do, it's to taste, but you don't want to add that much salt. I'm going to use less than a teaspoon. Well, a little bit, but not as much. Not completely full.
No.
All right. Now, metal and vinegar. My great-grandparents, my grandparents, my mom, my dad, they taught me when you're also mixing ají, best to stay as the organic, or at least the most safe, since you'll mix, with the vinegar. You don't want to start mixing it. It kind of stays longer. That's what, I don't know if it's on old wives still, but you try not to mix the ají with metal. You just use wood. Ready? Okay, so we have the salt, and now we're going to add, we usually use, I mixed it really well, because obviously sometimes this apple cider vinegar has sediment at the bottom, so you mix it, and you put it, we use a little cupful of it. Like I said, it's up to you, but you don't want to make it that acidic. You're playing with the flavor. Tabasco, incredible.
Not using only this, you can use different kind of ají.
Right, peppers.
Pepper.
Like hot peppers. You can cut up peppers if you want. We just love using Tabasco.
Because this is easy.
Because it's already prepared, and it's an incredible formula. So we just use Tabasco like this. Now, that to the taste as well. We're not into hot foods, but we know the hot food, obviously, they're healthy for you, but we add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little drops. And I'm going to be tasting this. And we also have the water. We're going to put like a teaspoon of water just to start mixing and pushing it down. And then I'm going to taste and see if it to my taste, to our kind of what we're used to. See if it's good enough with salt, or if I need to add a little more Tabasco sauce. But this is amazing. Don't put, stuff that has lots of heavy
Tasty.
Yeah, okay. Butters and who knows what kind of preservatives. Just make something fun, and you can put it, like I said, on top of meats and stuff. But it's good. It's not salty. Here, have mom taste it too.
No, no.
All right, I'll taste it again. Yeah,
The salt depends. Also, the ají depends the how much you want to make. You want to cut the whole bowl,
right. If you want
the
to,
big bowl, the small bowl, or whatever.
but it's usually it's 1 to 1 to maybe not even one of the cilantro, the onion, and the tomato, and then just by taste, and then you taste
Yeah.
it. But then you have this amazing concoction of ají, and you pour it over chicken, you pour it over meats, and it just gives you that kick. And like I said, that cilantro and that story that I read about the Japanese doctor that studied patients and they got better. And he found, in his research that the patients had lost mercury, aluminum. That's from their bodies. That's amazing. That's because it removes those harmful metals from your body, and it's got lots of vitamins. So this is ají.
This is ají.
Enjoy. Have a wonderful year, and we'll try to make one a month. But we were very little busy here and there. Bye.
Bye.
Give us your comments. Oh, and below I'll put the link. Well, not the link, but the list of the ingredients, and also the link to the book. Have fun.
Bye bye.
Happiness.